Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this session we are going to discuss the input-output functions in C language. Let us understand what are all these input and output functions in C language. Coming to the input-output function, these functions are available in the C language to perform the most common task of inputting the value and displaying the value. There are three basic functions take place with the help of input-output functions in every C program, and whenever we write a program, these three operations are basically performed in each and every program. One is accepting the data as input, second is processing of data, third is generation of output. When it comes to the input-output functions in a C language, we have two types of input-output functions. One is formatted, another one is unformatted. In formatted input-output function, we can find printf and scanf. In unformatted input-output function, we can find getS, putS, getChar, putChar, getChar, putChar, etc. So let us discuss about the formatted input-output functions. A formatted means what? Formatted means designing. As per the need of the user, we can display the result or we can display the multiple results through the single statement. So formatted input-output functions are used to take the various input from the user and display on the output. These input-output functions can help to display the output to the user in different formats using the format specifiers, and also these IO supports all data types like integer, float, character, double and many more. So all these input-output functions are used to enter the multiple values and to display the multiple values on the screen. So why they are called formatted? So these functions are called formatted function because we use the format specifiers. So these format specifiers specifies what kind of value we are going to display, and we can display the n number of value in a single statement. Let us understand what are all the format specifiers we have in the C language. So these are the list of format specifiers. A %d is used to display the integer value. %c is used for character, %f for float, %s for string, %ld for long int, %u for unsigned int, %i for unsigned integer, and %lf for double. Similarly, n for print nothing. So like this, we have these many format specifiers for these data types. In formatted input-output function, the formatted output function is printf, whereas the scanf is the formatted input function. Let us discuss one by one. Coming to the printf, printf is the output statement, and this formatted output statement can display multiple values at a time like integer, float, character, string, or the same data type value also can be displayed multiple times with the help of single statement. So these are the predefined functions, because in C language itself these functions are added. We cannot make any changes in it. So whatever the format and characters are given, so we have to use as usual, and all these predefined functions are already declared in stdio.h header file. A syntax is printf. It should be in small letter, opening parenthesis, and then we can use double quotation mark for the control string. So control string is nothing but a sequence of character. So we can display anything which we want to print on the screen. Thereafter, comma separates this control string and variable list. So we have var1, comma var2, comma dash dash var n. So n number of variables we can declare, and their values can be printed with the help of printf statement. Let us understand by this example. So printf, %f is a format specifier. So this is D is the conversion character, A is a variable. So A value can be displayed with the help of %D. So %D is written in double quotation. Similarly, a scanf is the another formatted function. This scanf is a formatted input function, and this function is used to read the values from the keyboard. So it takes or it reads the value from the keyboard input by the user, and these value can be of any data type like integer, float, character, double. The syntax is scanf, a format specifier. So we can use %d, %f, %ld kind of format specifier in this double quotation of the scanf, and it is separated by the comma operator, ampersand var1, comma ampersand var2 dash dash ampersand var n. Semicolon indicates the end of the statement. So we have example scanf %d. So we have only used one format specifier which reads the value from the keyboard and stores in a num1 variable. So ampersand symbol is a memory locator operator which allocates the memory for num1 variable, and %d whatever the value it reads from the user console or from the keyboard will store into num variable. Okay. So this format specifier reads the value, and that value we are going to store in this num1 variable. So num1 is a variable and ampersand is a memory locator operator. So here is the basic type in a C language. We use integer, float, character type of basic data types in the C language, and we can input the values and display the value on the screen. So how to take input and output of a basic types in C language. In this screen you can understand how you can take the input and display the output on the screen, right? So how to take input and output of a basic data type. So all the basic data types are shown in this screen. Now you can find the integer. So integer input, we use scanf statement, right? So scanf, in scanf we have conversion character, or we can say format specifier, which reads the value from the keyboard and stores in int var variable. When it comes to displaying the value of int var, we use printf statement. It is the output statement, and %d is the conversion character or format specifier which display the value of int variable. Okay. Similarly, if I am using the float data type, so conversion character would be %f, and to display the value also we use %f. It is not %d, it is %f. For character values we refer %c. So %c is a single character constant which reads a single value and stores a single value in char var variable. And similarly, when it comes to printing the value, printf statement is used to print the value. So %c will print the single character of a char var variable. The fourth is the string. So we can read the sequence of character with the help of %s, and we can store in ampersand strvar variable, string var variable. And when it comes to printing, we can use printf, we can use %s in control string, and we can display the value of strvar variable with the help of %s. Like this we can use integer, float, character and string values. So these are the four pillars of the C language which are called as the data types of the C language. So four data types which can read and which can display the value. So we can use these format specifier by which we can read and print the values. Let us understand by this example. So already I have written a program, right? Declared a variable int num charch float f, and here we are inputting the integer value and float value. Let us run the program. It asks the value to enter. So we are entering the integer value, then we are entering the float value. Now it is displaying. So we have already used the conversion characters here, right? %f, %d for numeric values. Let us remove these integer float. Let us try to run this character program. So I am inputting g h j, it displaying only g, because c %c will display only single character, not a sequence of character. So if I use the %s, it will read a sequence of character. Okay, so after the formatted input output functions, let us discuss about unformatted input output functions. So unformatted means we cannot format, we cannot display multiple values, we cannot read multiple values. So therefore these IO functions are called as unformatted IO functions. So only for character data type these unformatted IO functions are used, right? And cannot be used for any other data type rather than the character data type. So these functions are used to read a single input from the user and to allow to display the single value on the screen. Therefore these IO functions are called as unformatted. Okay, let us understand why they are called as unformatted IO. As I said that it only reads a single value and display the single value. No multiple values can be read and no multiple values can be displayed. Okay, as well as it only works on the character data type. We cannot use these functions for integer, float or double data types. So these functions are called as unformatted function because we cannot use format specifiers in these functions and hence cannot format these functions according to our needs. So we cannot use %d or %c, %s, %ld, ul kind of format specifiers cannot be used in these unformatted IO functions. Okay, let us understand what are all the unformatted functions we have in a C language. So we have getch, getche, getchar, putchar, gets, puts and putch. Let us understand one by one. Getch. This function reads a single character from a keyboard by user and does not display the character on the console screen because it is used for only reading purpose. It is a unformatted input statement. Whenever we are getting get statement, get ch or get chr, get s. So these are the unformatted input statement. Put ch, put chr, put s. So put functions are output statements. Okay. So these functions declared in conio.h header file. So we use the conio.h header file as like stdio.h header file. We use conio.h header file for all kinds of unformatted statements or unformatted IO functions. Even though getch is also used to hold the screen, at the end of the program we want to screen should be remain on the screen until we press any key. So that time also we can refer getch function. Okay, so syntax is already given, so directly we can use getch or we can use variable name and then get ch function. So whatever the value read by this get ch will store into variable name. The next is get che function. It is also used to read a single character from a keyboard by the user and display it on the console screen and immediately returns without pressing the enter key. So this function declares in conio.h header file. Again the same syntax is used. So variable name will be there. So this function reads a single character and it will be stored in variable name. Get char function. It is also used to read only the first character from your keyboard. If you are entering multiple values, as just only we seen in the example, we have entered 3 character but it took only first character. Similarly, get chr takes a single character from the multiple character. It reads only the first character typed by the user. So the syntax is get char reads the value and it will store into variable name. Now coming to the put char function. These functions are unformatted output statement and these functions are used to display the single character at a time by passing the characters directly to it or by passing the variable that has already stored characters. So we have already used get ch, get char, right? So with the help of those functions, if we read any value and if we store in variable, we can refer that variable in the parenthesis of put char function. So here you can understand with this syntax we are using put char and the variable name. So whatever the value will be there in this variable is going to display by the put char, and this put char will display a single character, not multiple character. Let us understand by this program. In this program we have used get char function and we are storing the value. Now I have inputted snap but it is displaying only s because of put char only prints a single character, not multiple character. Next is the get s function. So get s means we are getting the value from the keyboard. So it is input statement, unformatted input statement. But this statement reads a sequence of character instead of a single character. Okay. Again, this function is available in the stdio header file. And this is the syntax. Char is the data type, str is the variable name. We have used square bracket. This square bracket is used to specify the length of string, right? Length of string in numbers. Okay. Thereafter, this str will read the n number of character and those n number of character are read by the getS function. Okay, we can store multiple character in str when we specify the length of a string. In example, I have given 50. 50 is the length of a string, right? Length of a string in numbers, that is 50, means the name variable can hold 50 characters. Okay, and getS can able to read the multiple characters. So it can used to read the multiple character, means we can read up to 50 character. 50 characters are stored in the name variable. Okay. Okay, when we read the multiple character from the getS function, similarly to display those multiple character read by the getS function, we use the putS function. And this putS function is used to display the group of characters or a string which is already stored in a variable or character variable. So we use the syntax like putS, identifier or variable name. So already here we have used the name variable, already we have read the value also, right? assume that name is taken in the example. We have used str. Okay, we are using name na. Okay, so we use getS function, getS opening parenthesis, and the variable name is the name. We use the name and then closing parenthesis and semicolon. So it will read a sequence of character, and all the sequence of character will be stored into name variable. Thereafter, when I use the puts function, it will display whatever the character stored in the name variable. Now the sequence of characters are displayed by the puts function. In this way, we can use these input output functions. Let us see all these by example. Now here I have used a name, right? I have used name 50. Okay. Now enter your name. Printf statement will print as usual. Okay. Then we have getS function, which reads the multiple string or multiple character from the keyboard. Now let us understand. Enter your name. I am entering Shivangi Biradar. When I press the enter key, it will display Shivangi Biradar. Okay, so this is how this getS and puts works, right? So getS is reading. Now let us understand how this puts function works. Okay, so only instead of this print f, I can use puts and I can use this name. It will display Shivangi Biradar. Okay, so this is how we can use this input output functions in the C language. Hope you understand all the formatted input output functions. If you have any doubt, you can comment and like, share and subscribe my channel for the latest video. Thank you for watching.